Hey, that works. Ooh, I am probably on. Let's change thing. Menu. Oh, I need to get rid of that. I want to have menu. Quality. Let's go 16 by 9. Okay. There we go. That's full screen. A little bit nicer. Hey there. You can't hear me? Well, that's bad. That's bad. Can you hear me now? We can. But Engelsman from Finland, it's a little quiet. It was Finnish. No? Engelsman, are you able to hear me? Okay. Volume is low on the iPad. Blame the technology. Cool. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining me. I don't I have no plans. I have no plans. I got back. I've been gone for a week. In Alaska. I took a cruise in to the where did we go? We went to Tracy Arm of one of the glaciers, and to Juneau, and to Sitka and Ketchikan. Left last Sunday. Came back. Well, we got home maybe an hour ago, and I had last week. Well, a week, 2 weeks ago, I did the two videos I normally do, plus I did two more, and was able to line those up so that they got published on Monday and on Thursday. But I didn't have enough to publish one for tomorrow, so I need to figure out what am I gonna do. So I figured I'd come on here and ask you, what should I do? Because I haven't done anything, and I really need to. Every time I do this, I think, okay, this time I'm gonna do a whole bunch all at once, and that way I have 2 weeks, 3 weeks worth of videos ready to go out, so I don't have to panic like this and think, oh, you're going in August to on one of the Alaska cruises. Awesome. It was great. We had so much fun. We were on the Westerdam, and it was just amazing. It was an amazing cruise. We because it was me and my wife, and then my mother, who is 86, and her boyfriend, who is 90. It was his 90th birthday, and my daughter who is 5, and all of us had stuff to do, so it was great. Kids club. Oh my God, what a savior! They take the kids from between ages 3 and about 11 or 12, from 9 to noon, and then 1 to 4, and then 7 till 10 if you want your kids up that late. So amazing. Oh God, what so good. But yeah, now we're back, and as I say, I don't know what should I do. I'm hoping people are going to ask questions, and we can talk about that, whatever the questions are. Have you tested the opera? I can't. There's a button for emojis in the way of my. I see opera. I assume that's Opera. Is Opera still a browser? There must be something more to that. Built-in VPN, and it blocks ads nicely. Opera. Let's add an enter. Yeah, Opera. It is. And wait, what? Yeah, I know. It's I someday I'm going to plan the time that I'm actually going to do these things. and that way you'll know ahead of time rather than me thinking, oh, let me do one of those streams. Have I tested Opera browser recently? No, not since. I don't know. I mean, it's been ages since I last looked at it. Do you like Opera right now? Built-in. Oh, built-in VPN. Okay, I was thinking built inside a VPN, but it's got VPN built into it. Nice. I use Arc browser as my browser of choice. I've been using Arc for I want to say 2 years. But hi Tristan FX. And for a while I was using maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I was using what was it? Brave. Brave was the browser, and I've used all. Oh, Min. Min was another one. Min is kind of Chrome, but with a minimal Chrome around it, minimal like edges. So that's pretty nice for sometimes for doing demos. But now I'm just all on Arc because it's nice being able to, just press Control or Command S to get rid of the tab bar, and so that's really nice for demos again. Lots of noise these days about agents. Yeah. I have not really gotten into any of the agents. Not for any good reason. I just haven't, but I need to. Looks like there's already 17 people here. That's amazing. Did you cover Dancer? Oh, dance, isn't it Dancer or is it Dancer? Let's go to my MacBook Pro. Let's see, that way? No, that's not it. Okay, that is not the right. Let's figure out what I'm doing here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so your question was, isn't it? Yeah, it's like every time I see it, I want to say like Danzig or something. Isn't that the band? Let's close all this stuff out. I don't need any of that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Let's go to sure. Let's go to where's my mouse? Okay. Dancer. Yes. I don't understand the name though. I always have a problem with these names. There was Answer with a D. Okay. What was that other one? Twinny. I had a problem with, although it's like your twin programmer. It's kind of funny. And then Misty. I like, what is it? Misty, Musty, Masty, something, but it's Misty. Something like Docker container with PyData to create some time of .NET sandbox that allows AI to run code with .NET CLI. So that means learning about .NET again. I haven't dealt at all with .NET in. Let's see. I worked at Microsoft from '99 to 2004, and so I was using C# then. And then I went to Capteris, which got bought by OpenText. And I was using my Windows machine for probably half the time I was there, about 10 years. And so I was using .NET for that. And then I switched over to Mac. And I've been on Mac ever since. That would have been, I left OpenText. I was based in Amsterdam at the time. I left there probably in 2012, 2013. So I'd say I last touched .NET in 2008. I think it's changed since then. Maybe. Yeah, Dancer. That is not how you spell Dancer. What? Dancer.ai. Okay. Well, that looks nice. So who mentioned Dancer? It was Explorer. You had trouble running without Docker. Um, nice. We're at building 27. Hmm. I don't know where 27 is. I was in building 22 for my first 2 or 3 years, which is like the one building that looks different because I think it was actually a leased building. I don't know if it's still there. And then I was at okay, DirectX. Um, and then I was in the Visio building. So uh, Microsoft acquired Visio and acquired their building, and then gradually Visio moved into the office buildings, I think, and and what was it? The consulting group that they did with Anderson Consulting, whatever it was called, they took over most of that building, and then I think Microsoft got rid of it. But that used to be where you had an office for a while, which was amazing because you're looking right out onto Puget Sound, and then you were there from '95 to '02. And then I moved to I was in Bellevue and at Civica for a while, and I worked with a sales guy who was in Sammamish for a while. Nice, cool. But yeah, this dancer looks like is it an integration with Olama using the Olama API, or is it using you have to pay. Oh, okay. You can use the community. Okay. Um, is it using the OpenAI API, which I'd prefer not to have to use, just because I don't know. It's probably okay. Olama. I don't see Olama here at all. Olama. Okay. Oh, so you have to go into some config file, use it, but that's fine. Sweet. That looks nice. I mean, I haven't really spent any time with Dancer. That's a good idea. I'll check that out. Hi, Nate. So using Dancer is a good potential for a video for tomorrow. Any other ideas for easy ones because I'm late and I haven't done anything? For those who are joining late, I was on a Alaskan cruise for last week, and I did my 2 videos for last week 2 weeks ago and posted them on Monday and Thursday, so it looked like I'm home, but I'm not. I was not, and now I am. Any other ideas for? Hold on. I forgot to get my water bottle here. I'm gonna be right back. Like 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Okay, sorry about that. By the way, the water on the boat, wow, it was great. Really, really, I mean, especially considering it was salt water. I mean, they just pump in salt water from the ocean and they run it through their desalinization plant on the ship. And it tasted amazing. I mean, it was good water. Although there were a lot of people that like to buy the cans of water on because I don't know they're made of money. But no, the water out of the tap was as good as what we get here on the island. So LangChain, I am a fan of LangChain when it's used for a project that needs LangChain. But most times, most people are building tools that do not need LangChain. That's my, I mean, it's like when somebody wants to host a website and they just need a website for like their home projects and they decide to run it on top of Kubernetes. Just ridiculous, stupid thing to do. There's so many things you don't need Kubernetes for running a website, unless you want to practice on running a website or running Kubernetes. And so I generally find that most people are running LangChain, even though, I mean, it's like for a RAG application, okay, maybe it saves you 5 lines of code, but you lose so much control over what's going on. And for a long time, LangChain, if you use LangChain, you're kind of like screwing up your system. The problem was that LangChain was injecting their own system prompt and ignoring the system prompt that we would inject as well. So you would get one system prompt that told the system to do one thing, a second system prompt from LangChain that would say to do something else, and then your prompt, and it would get confused. And we often saw bad results from LangChain. And that was all it was. And then eventually Ollama added an option inside of on the API for setting raw to true, I think it is, and that will allow you or whoever is calling the Ollama API to pass through the entire template and system prompts. You want to control everything yourself. Then you can do that using the raw mode, and that I believe was added because of LangChain. It might have been LangChain and Llama. I'm not sure how Llama Index was doing it. I think based on no information, I'm happy with like saying one thing is better than another without actually knowing anything. But I think for a lot of things, Llama Index might be potentially better. I don't know. I really need to, I did a LangChain demo, I think on my channel. And that was in August, September. Ollama had just been created as a project back in, when did we start? We started in July, I think, or June. And so like 3 months in, the main guy at LangChain, like over the weekend, built that integration, and so that was. I mean, before tools like Ollama, there were a few others that have come out since then. It was really hard to build applications that would use the OpenAI API because it's garbage. I mean, no, not garbage. It's a confusing API to use. And so newer things have come out that have these better, more consistent APIs. But people still want to use that OpenAI API for some reason, compatibility or whatever. So LangChain is nice if you want to stick with that OpenAI API. For most things, or to stick with one API for lots of different systems, or for different standards, not standards, but different systems that you want to connect to, then that makes a lot of sense. But if you're just using Ollama, or you're just using LM Studio, or you're just using whatever, then there's also Langsmith. Yeah, I know. I mean, I have a Langsmith account. I mean, the what's his name? Harrison gave me a Langsmith account. I think that's the one where that's got the UI kind of background. It might be like a permanent demo because I was at Llama. I don't even know how to log in anymore. But so I should spend more time with it. Well, with all the time I have. Yes. Um, so what else have we got? Oh yeah, somebody my the guy I do a weekly stream with, Ryan, he asked me what do I know about Verba and the golden rag retriever or something like that. I was like, well, what are you talking about? But Verba is a rag solution from Weaviate. I was wondering why that came up because I actually saw a video from Weaviate about rag with Olama. I was like, why is this? I mean, it's great that they're posting this video, but I wonder what's going on. And now it all makes sense. I'm putting all the pieces together, understanding what's going on. You can't trick topwater in Thailand. You know, I remember my degree that I got when I went to university. It's super useful. No, not really. It was the like almost the most worthless. No, I think there's a lot of worthless degrees you could get. I could have gotten philosophy, or I don't know, all sorts of things. But I got my degree in Russian language, which I think a lot of countries, I mean, a lot of places, you can't really get a degree in that. But I get my degree in Russian language, which is useless. Although my minors are in math, physics, and computer science. But the reason I mention that is I did a trip to Russia. If you've ever seen, there's a movie, I think The Machine, or a machine goes somewhere, about this guy who's always, for some reason, always has his shirt off, goes to Russia on a school trip. He was the group after me at Florida State University down in Tallahassee, Florida. So I would maybe I was preparing Russia for him and his trip. Maybe maybe I'm the prequel. Sounds like something just happened. Hi, Stella.
Hi, Dad.
What's up? How was the beach? What?
Good.
Good? Good. I'm doing a stream right now. Well, sort of. No, you can't see anyone. Because I talk to them, but they can't talk to me.
Why?
That's what streaming is all about. If I could see them, then it would be a video conference. Yeah, like a Zoom meeting. Remember, like I used to do with the guys at Olama. I would do those Zoom meetings. And we'd do demos on Fridays. Remember that? We often sat in for demos.
Mm-hmm.
But this is different. This is a stream where I talk to the world, or at least to 25 people. 25 people are behind this screen. It's amazing, huh? Technology.
So they can't see you.
They can see me,
But
and they see your head. Huh? But I can't see them. The only way I know that they're there is that they are typing right there in the chat window.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, so I gotta go do this. You want to go back inside? Mama probably is. Are you
She's
gonna go get
going pee-pee.
who?
Mom.
Oh, okay. Can you? I think you're going to the store, right? You mind if I go back to this? You don't mind? Yes, that is Stella. advancing is so hard. Oh, you've been to Russia? Nice. Yeah, I went. We spent most of our time in. Stella, let's not bang things too much. I was in St. Petersburg for most of the time. We were there just as the statues were coming down, being knocked down. So that was in 91 or 92.
Who wants a crazy pillow?
What?
Who wants a crazy pillow?
A craggy pillow?
A crazy pillow.
A crazy pillow? What? Hello from Hungary, Central Europe. Yeah, I have a pair of shot glasses.
Hello.
I have,
Hello.
I have a pair of shot glasses that have like the face carved on the inside that I bought at some little store in Budapest. So and maybe a little bit of what's the spice that you get in Hungary? Not paprika. I don't know, something. But hey, okay, Stella, how about you go back to Mama? You want to go see Mama?
Where'd you get?
I don't know. Oh, I was opening up a jar for you. That was some jar for you.
Where is it?
I don't know. It's probably inside. Okay, do you want to go? Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Was it paprika? Yeah, okay, it is paprika. Okay. That was back when I used to do a lot of travel. I would do for most of the time I was at OpenText, I was a trainer for WriteFacts traveling all over the world. My territory was everything outside of the US, and I would be in hotels upwards of 250 to 300 nights a year, all in Starwood hotels. So, W, Westin, Sheraton, and all those. And so I'd go all over Europe, I'd go all over Australia, all up and down Asia, South America, South Africa, and it was an amazing job. Glad I don't do it, but it was amazing at the time. All right, so we've got dancer as a great idea. Was there any? Oh, and verba. I definitely need to look into verba. Gone a week and I've forgotten how to type. Oh, the golden retriever. Okay. Is that the no, that's not the page. So it's here we go. Cool. I'll check this out. Build from source, deploy with Docker, or deploy with pip. Nice. Oh, it looks like they do a lot of neat things. Has anybody on here tried Verba? Documentation is wired up to their rags. Oh, nice. Yeah, so I love Arc. I think Arc is, that's pretty much all I've used for, I want to say about 2 years. I feel like I started using it no, it's great. Arc is great. It's I think it's the best of the browsers that I've used. There might be other browsers that are better, but I don't know. It seems to have enough of the good stuff from Chrome without a lot of the bad stuff, and it works really well for me. There are some things that are about it, and I think I can probably disable some of those things Oh, no data. Unless you restart it in your stream. Okay, now it's back. Okay. One thing that drives me nuts about Arc is that it will synchronize tabs between browsers, and I hate that. Which, I mean, it sounds like a great idea, but so many times I've been, for the stream that we do every week, I with Ryan, we do it using StreamYard, which is an in-browser kind of does everything. Right, this stream that I'm doing right now, I'm streaming it from my ATEM Extreme ISO machine. But that one we do using StreamYard, and sometimes I will close a bunch of browser tabs, or even the whole browser. I guess it's just when I close a bunch of browser tabs on a different machine, and I've just lost my connection to StreamYard. It's probably just an easy thing to like disable synchronizing tabs. Though maybe sometimes it is useful. I don't know. But generally, I love Arc. Okay, so Verba could be good. If I can get it installed, it'd be good to do. What else? Sounds like there's something going on. Oh. What's that? Oh, Amazon. Amazon just stopped by. Oh, on Windows. Yeah, I've heard I've heard some people say they don't like it on Windows, but upgrade to Mac? No, I can't say that. Yeah, I love it. Like I love making it really easy to make that thing go away. And there's definitely some things that are on here that I don't think I've ever used. Like there's a way to get like there's this easel thing. I think there was maybe that's the canvas thing. I've never really, and these boosts are like I think they're like Tamper Monkey on is Tamper Monkey for Firefox, or is it the other one that's for Firefox? Anyway, yeah, I like it. It seems my connection is going from your see, there we go. I just lost connection, and then I'm back. Yeah, my internet sucks. My internet just straight up sucks. So we should have. I've seen that for doing like 4K streaming upload, you need having at least a 5 megabit connection. You should be good. And we have 1 megabit download. This is the best we can get. The absolute best service I can get the normal way is 1 gigabit download and 30 megabit up, and that's with a company called Comcast, Xfinity. That's the best option from them here. And then we can also get fiber from the county. But if the wire's not at your house, you kind of have to help pay for bringing the wire to your house. And last time I got a quote about a year ago, it was probably half mile away, and so it was going to cost me $40,000 to bring it to our house. Now it is maybe an eighth of a mile. So it might come down. Although maybe it just bringing out the crews to lay the wire is going to be 10,000 minimum no matter what, or 5,000. I don't know, but soon it might be worth it. But But in that way, I would be able to get gigabit upload and download, which would be super nice. And it would mean we wouldn't have Comcast, which is great. Seen agency swarm. I don't know what agencies. Oh, Starlink is worse. Starlink is a good connection down, but it's a slower upload. It's like 20 megabit, I think, or 30, 20 or 30. It's basically what I'm getting. Um, but I've heard it's sometimes sketchier. Yeah, fiber is great. Fiber. We had fiber in from Verizon FiOS in Boston. Basically, when FiOS showed up on our street, the entire street dropped Comcast and all went to Verizon FiOS because gigabit. It was amazing. Gigabit up and down. It was great. Although I sometimes have to pull myself back to um, my first apartment. Well, not first apartment. My last apartment. My last apartment in New York. Where was I? Yeah, I think my last apartment in New York City. Um, I had a yeah, my I think it was my last apartment. I had three roommates, one of whom went on to be a not a founder, but in the first 5 or 6 employees at Flickr, a woman named Heather Champ. So she was a roommate, and yeah, she had these. Anyway, uh, why am I saying this? Oh yeah, yeah. So we had her and two developers, Java developers at some some Java development company in New York City, and we moved into a building that had a T1 to the building, which was at the time absolutely unheard of. So 1.5 megabit, I think, is T1. 22, I think 22 or 24 dial-up cable, um, and it was amazing because, and the New York Times wrote up an article about this new trend of, um, uh, no, okay, about this new trend of buildings with fast internet connections, and this was our building was like the main one shown. It was Third and Avenue A in New York City, above Two Boots, and all the people that moved in for that feature lived there for an hour or for a year, and the hosting never got hooked up. The cable never got hooked up, and then I moved in, and within about a week we had it all up and running. And so all of us had servers in our rooms because we were all developers, and it was an amazing experience. It was super fast for the time. I would be disgusted at the speed today. Sounds like somebody's still here. Oh, they're still here. Oh, yeah, a package came for me?
Uh-huh.
Wow. I wonder what it is. I'll have to look. Open it up and look. You want me to open it up right here?
Uh-huh.
Okay, hold on. Oh. Yeah, let's open it from this side. I don't think it's anything. Oh,
For
It's-
Jade.
for Jade. You got some jerky treats.
Not
Do you need me? Do you need me? Okay, I can totally do that. Then I'll just get off the street. Yeah, 30 people. Yeah. But I'll stop in about. I'll stop in half hour. Sounds good. All right. It was Jerk, our dog, who is in a kennel right now. Agency Swarm has something like opened Devon called David. Agency Swarm. I gotta look. Agency Swarm. Person agency swarm. Hmm. That looks pretty cool. I don't think it's a. I'm glad to know about it. I don't know anything about it, but and then there's something called David in the GitHub. Okay, cool. Examples. Let's go back to the. Where's the GitHub? That looks pretty neat. Is it only OpenAI though? Does it work with Olama? Or maybe it does through the OpenAI API. I don't know what I had when I was in at Microsoft. I know my for some reason I remember where my DNS was, which was I think it was actually Microsoft run. I feel like it was Granite Canyon. It was some ISP or something that Microsoft acquired around the day. I feel like I was there around the time of the Hotmail integration. Maybe I was there later because Hotmail was still on BSD. I don't know if it still is. I don't know, maybe it's on Exchange now, or is Hotmail still a thing? But I don't know who I used back then. Yeah, my connection seems to go up and down. A Devon alternative called Agency Swarm. Okay. Oh, so Agency Swarm is the Devon alternative. Got it. Yeah, I also David. Software developer. This will import David. Where is this company from? Person AI. Arseny Shatukin. Wonder where they're from. Looks like of Russian descent, but are they? Where are they? Anyway, looks cool. I will check it out. Oh, that's got another visitor. Hi, Sel. Wow, where'd those flowers come from?
We picked them from the bush.
Nice. You gonna put them in some water?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm gonna be off in about 20,
I was
30
just
minutes.
coming to see if you would like any of these.
I think I will have to wait till there's a vase because I don't have anywhere to put it. Got it.
I'm gonna put a few in one vase, and then I'm gonna bring that into you.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put another couple in other vase and bring it up to me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make another one that goes to your bed.
Okay. Cool. So I've got verb and my connection is going away again. Well, this is frustrating how it goes up and comes back and goes away and then says, you've got an excellent connection. And then it says, your connection is too fast. Anyway, so I got Verba. I got Weaviate. Oh, wait, no, Verba and Agency Devon, or what's this thing? Agency Swarm. And what was the other one that somebody? Oh, Dancer, as 3 good ideas for. I think Dancer looks like the potentially easiest. Something I can bang out for tomorrow, which is great. And then I feel like I feel. I feel like I've kind of gotten myself into this, dug myself into this hole where I've got to put out a video every Monday and Thursday. Well, basically twice a week, and so it means I need to either do a bunch of videos that are quick, because I mean, once I've got everything recorded, it still takes me 6 hours to edit the video down and add, you know, if there's any sort of graphics or, any of the stuff I add, that's going to take me 4 to 6 hours. So to get a video out like from Monday to Thursday, I've got basically, well, I have a little bit of Monday to work on it, mostly Tuesday to kind of do some research, figure it out, write a script. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm really recording it and then also trying to edit the video down. So hopefully get it out for Thursday. Although sometimes things take longer than I expected, and I don't actually get it out till Friday, and then I'm so exhausted I don't want to do anything. And then of course I'm screwed for Monday when I don't have a video. So I've kind of screwed myself a little, where I especially since I didn't do any video stuff over the last 7 days. But so I so I can't do anything that takes longer than a few days, and I feel like all these agent tools take longer than a day or two to really understand and make a video about. But I did that video on what was it? Last week on Thursday on anything LLM, which did not do well. Oh, got a little cold. Got a little cough on the cruise, but didn't do super well. But had some good comments, and one of the comments was from the guy who wrote anything LLM. It says all good comment. He said all my things I pointed out were good, or basically either problems with their product or problems with their documentation because they actually do something else. It's just hard to know because their documentation isn't that good. And so they're going to resolve all the issues, and so that my video will be not true anymore fairly soon. That's I guess the downside of doing any sort of these looks at the current tools is that hopefully the video is worthless in a few weeks. But if it's worthless in a few weeks, then I have to do another video. And if I don't do the video, then those features won't get fixed. And so, yeah, it's like oh, sounds like we're gonna get another visit. Hi, Stell.
Dad,
Yeah.
can you get me one of those, can you make me a chai?
Can I make you a? I'm gonna be on here for another 20 minutes, and then I gotta go make a chai. So I'll be inside in 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because Mama's gonna go to the store anyway, and I guess you don't want to go with her.
I do.
You do?
I just want to try.
Okay. Well, give me 20 minutes.
Okay.
Do we have any of the chai stuff?
Yes. We always have the chai powder.
Okay. Okay. Go inside. I'll be in 20 minutes. Okay? Yeah, I think some people noticed it or said that they appreciate it because they had the same issues, and it was nice to see somebody else also had the issues. Um, yeah, all these tools are, or are they not? I mean, these the lack of features have been there for since. I mean, they've added like with anything LLM, and with what was the one I did on Tuesday or Monday. Um, I don't remember what I did. Studio YouTube. I did. Oh yeah, I did the Chrome extension. I did the what's that thing called? I just looked at it. Anyway, whatever that Chrome extension was. And I think without somebody pointing out what are the issues that affect them, the developers aren't going to improve those features because those are features that they don't experience, they don't realize are important. And both of those, I think, had they only split it, chunked up the text in characters and not by sentences, which is what I think is better. And so I gave them kind of bad marks for those lack of features. And are those going to be fixed if I don't mention it, and then we're stuck with those tools for a long time, or I do the video and they get fixed? No data again. Page assist. Yes, thank you, page assist. And so, yeah, I mean, I kind of stuck. I mean, some of these tools have existed for a little bit of time and they aren't improving. And so, yeah, videos about LLM agents would be great. I should really spend some time getting used to it. I feel like I need to find. I know there's a few of these agent frameworks that are written for TypeScript, which I would prefer because I just hate Python. But I should suck it up and just do it in Python. Oh, here comes our visitor again. Stella, I said 20 minutes.
One more question.
Okay.
Hear this. This one.
It's not screwed on right.
I know that.
Is there something in it?
Hey.
Oh, there's nothing in it.
Hey, I'm doing something.
Oh, okay. I'll be in. I broke it. Sorry. I didn't break it. Okay. Can I see you in like? I did hear that. Okay. I'll be. Yeah, I mean, and totally. I mean, find a niche that you love. I am, and that's what I'm doing. I'm. Oh, no data. Great. There we go. I am. That's what I'm doing about all this stuff about Ollama, which it's strange being let go from a company and then continuing to do videos about that company or about that product. But it's such cool stuff that that I'm continuing to make videos about it, and gradually I'll expand it to other tools. Because obviously I don't want to just sit in Ollama land forever. Pinocchio, yeah, I didn't like Pinocchio before because I seem to remember yes, it installed things for you, but it installed everything badly. I don't know, it's been a while since I last looked at it, so I should look at it again. I thought I had nothing positive to say about anything LLM, and then enough people said you should really look at it. And I looked at it, and anything LLM turned out to be less bad than I thought. It's still missing a lot of things, but I didn't really like the guy who does a demo about his own product, and for some reason there was something about him that I didn't really like. But it turns out it was less bad than I thought, and so my opinion of him and his product really changed. And so I look forward to him updating that product and making it better. Thank you. About excellent how you present and explain things concisely and clearly. I guess that's benefit of either being a trainer for 10 years at OpenText or getting plenty of speaker training when I was at OpenText and at Microsoft and at every other company I've been at Datadog. So, well, if only I could finally get rid of these ums and uhs. I do that a lot. The reason why I don't do it in most of my videos is that, one, I use a teleprompter for everything all the kind of planned out videos. I have a teleprompter, right, that I'm talking to right now. Although I don't have any, all I have on here right now is my, multi-camera layout. I can see all the cameras or all the desktops. And in fact, let's just talk to the camera. Oh, yeah, there we go. So yeah, Pinocchio. Maybe I should take a look at Pinocchio again. Let's see what else we got. It can't really be a timeless tool. Yeah, I feel like the best. There really needs to be one really great one really invention that uses Olama on top of Obsidian. I mean, it's not so good if you don't use Obsidian, but I really think that's, potentially the ideal UI is that that note-taking tool. And there's a couple of plugins that work with it, but they're all kind of lame. And so one of the things I started doing on the cruise was just starting to start to redo the plugin that I started doing a while back. And so, because I'm tired of waiting for somebody else to build it. Do I use OBS Studio for broadcasting? Well, so regardless of what I use, right now my connection keeps going in and out because of my internet connection, which is garbage, which I mentioned just a little while ago. But what I use, in fact, there is a video about what I use. But I use, I have a ATEM Mini Extreme ISO, which is just sitting right over here. And that takes it can potentially take 8 HDMI inputs, 2 HDMI outputs. And it records, when I want to record on there, it'll record all 8 inputs plus all 2 audio inputs plus some other stuff all to an SSD, which is really nice. It does it at 1920 by 1080. And the camera I'm using now is a S5 2X, which records at like 5,000 by like 3,000 by 5,000. It's like a 3x2, open gate, about 3,000 by about 5,000 pixels. So I'd lose a lot by recording to 1920 or 1080p. So I just record to SD card up there for the videos that I do, but for streams, I'm streaming all from a ISO. Love and hate Mike Down. Yep. No. Phi data. So I don't know about Phi data. What is Phi data? Oh, another AI assistance thing. Turn any LLM into an assistant. Cool. Pretty graphics on their website. So is it hosted only, or can you host it yourself? Do I have to use their for me to look at? Ugh, this cough. Wish Markdown was a bit more robust out of the box. Yeah. I mean, it's done pretty good for it's a form. I mean, there's there's also Fletcher or whatever's multi Markdown, which was an extension made to it. I think that extension was because Markdown was the guy that does Daring Fireball. Can't remember what his name is. John Gruber, is it? Created Markdown, and then multi Markdown was done a little bit better. And then there's all sorts of other Markdown variants, like GitHub Markdown or anything like that. Okay, I will take a look at what do we call this? By data. Cool. Okay, so of course, no data. There we go again. So thank you all for showing up for this and giving me some ideas. You've given me a bunch of ideas. So one of those, probably Dancer, will show up in a video tomorrow. And another one, probably one of the agent ones. I'll have to figure out which one I want to do next Thursday video. And I think I'm going to do more of these. These streams are so much fun, and I get so many ideas from. And most days the internet doesn't suck as much as it does today. But thank you so much, Erez, for that comment. This is, since January, I started going gung-ho onto this, and I was at 4,000 subscribers, pretty steady for about a year, and now I'm at a couple days ago, and I think I can keep going up to, I think by the end of the year, maybe 100,000, maybe more into February or March. It'll be 100,000 subscribers, which was amazing, and then hopefully I can. The goal is within a year to 2 years, be making enough to cover like health insurance for us rather than having to sell Datadog stock to buy it, or as well as taxes. There's $20,000-$30,000 a year in taxes for the house and for all sorts of other things. So hopefully I'll be able to make enough to cover those types of things, and maybe even more. Who knows? I'm not planning on being the next MK PhD. I'll be okay with it. Can you share ways to untrain models? No, I don't mean. Is that a thing? Untraining models? I don't know. There's the whole idea of uncensoring, sort of, which sort of works. Which anyway, that like pruning. I don't know anything. I've never heard of that, but I can look into that. So that's interesting. My internet connection. What is wrong with this? It's because I haven't used it for. Maybe it's because I haven't used it in like a week because I was on a cruise ship. And it's like, what's going on here? Oh my God! So I just noticed a comment from. I gotta make a comment here. So one of the comments about I don't know 7-8 comments up is no data. What's up with my internet connection? Okay, it is from a guy named Jeff Narucki. So Jeff and I worked together at Progressive Strategies in New York City. And we shared an office together, and I had a coffee pot in that room. I don't know where this. I think it must have been the coffee pot I had in college, or maybe some other coffee pot. But I was pretty good about putting coffee into the coffee pot. I was not so good about cleaning the coffee pot, and so I was yeah, there were often things growing in that coffee pot, but thankfully it wasn't as bad. So I was in Progressive Strategies. We were in Fifth on. I feel like we were on Fifth Avenue, around 28th, and one of the guys in the office, he went on to do important things, I think. Um, he left the company, and it wasn't under the best of circumstances. And so on his last, just before he like said, "Okay, I'm leaving," he went and bought 28th and 5th. Great. He went and bought like a roast beef sandwich with like a lot of roast beef in it, and came back to the office and went into the office of the two founders of this company, and got up on a stool, lifted the ceiling tile, and put that roast beef sandwich inside there, and then quit. And was it chicken parm? Okay, something bad to leave in a ceiling tile, and then left. And gradually, the smell. I mean, it just got awful, awful. So yeah, we had an interesting set of characters. We had another guy who at the company who every Tuesday one of the guys, let's see, one of the guys, what was this, Matthew something? His wife was a bartender at Red Light Bistro. That was it, in New York City. It was a bartender at Red Light Bistro. And so on like Tuesday or Wednesday, we would go over there. And for the first few months of doing this, we were like getting dinner because it was a good dinner there. And then the owner's like, okay, this is getting too expensive. He said, cut off the dinner. But one of our coworkers said, well, I don't want to. I mean, that's not my thing. I don't want to do those types of things after 5 o'clock comes along. Mondays, yeah, I don't want to do that stuff after. I want to go home, and so since I'm not getting dinner with all of you, you should just give me the $20, and that way I can do something else with it. It's like, well, the whole point is getting people together to talk after hours and to like build up camaraderie and so no, you're not getting the $20. It was a whole bunch of interesting characters at that. Lewis and that was a place. Oh, that was a place where at one point we were doing a reviewer's guide for some OS 390 or something with OS 390, and we got a P390 in the build in a piece essentially a 390, whatever the mainframe that runs OS 390 on a PCI board, and you put that into a PC. I mean, the PC cost you like $1,000, and this one board cost us like 50,000, right? 60. I mean, IBM just let us have it. And last year I went to Disney World, and while I was at Disney World, we went to one of the playgrounds inside Disney World at must have been Animal Kingdom or. And we're at the playground, and I'm watching Stella, and she's playing. She's met this other girl who's also playing with her, and this other guy comes up to, we're chatting about, what did we do? And he says, oh, I used to work at IBM. I said, oh, and somehow this story of this P390 came up. It says, they made it because the team that did that P390, it was him and one other guy, and they built each one by hand, which is part of why it cost like $50,000 per card. And for a long time, it was just the two of them doing it, and to do more. But if it was the time that I mentioned, he hand soldered that card together himself. So that was like this amazing connection experience. The beach house. I don't remember. Was that the beach house in San Francisco or the beach house in? I don't remember beach house in. I definitely remember the horrible Orthodox. Or one of the founders was Orthodox Jew, and so we'd get takeout, if he was paying for takeout, it was going to be the the guys at Long Beach, yeah. It would be this pizza from this Orthodox Jewish pizza place. It was not good, but this was my first job out of college, and I was living in most expensive city among the most expensive cities in the world, and and so any free meal is like great. I don't have to eat whatever garbage I can afford. So that was amazing. We had so many great experiences. There was a ski house that we had to go to, which was actually owned by a customer of ours. Who was that? It was like the folks that made ER data or one of these like ER diagramming tools. I feel like, or maybe it was somebody else, and on one of the mountains in Vermont. Oh God, there were so many. Love to. Yeah. So and then we bought this house in Long Beach. Oh God, it was so good. Good. I'm sure everyone on here has probably worked at interesting places that did crazy things, and probably blowing up now because it's been over 20 minutes. For being here with me while I come up with these ideas for what am I going to do tomorrow for my video. And if you have any other ideas, I'm gonna do another one of these. Let's say I'm gonna try to focus on getting the video out. But if I get a video done, then I'll do another one of these tomorrow. And I'll definitely do one on Tuesday. So hopefully, at some point, whenever I do it, I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it. I need to get that on a schedule. Then of course Tuesday I do a stream with Ryan at 2:00. So I'll definitely be on that. So hopefully you can come for that. 2:00 Pacific time is me and Ryan from Datadog, where I used to work, and we talk about all sorts of fun things. I think it's fun. Some people's like, yes, I hung out for a half hour and then it never got interesting. So yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do more. I've had a few venture capital firms ask if I want to do videos about they invested in, as well as doing a demo or kind of not a nice demo, a demo, but where I'm critical of the product as well, but then also have an interview with the founders of the company. I think that would be really great. And yeah. So thanks again for being with me for a little while. Some of you have been with me the whole hour. How long have I been on for? Hour and 14 minutes. Craziness. Well, thank you. And I'm gonna go make that chai for my 5-year-old daughter who loves that stuff. And I'm gonna find the end stream button. Again, thanks so much for being here. Bye. Learning was one thing. Just reading those last few comments about Uba Booga can train, integrate new info, create LoRa's, but untrain isn't. Yeah, I've never heard of anybody untraining or removing. That would be extremely difficult. I would imagine that would be extremely difficult because it's not just a matter of deleting a word. You'd basically have to have all the original data and readjust the weights anywhere that data shows up. I don't see how untrained